where we highlight the contribution of Caribbean Americans in hopes when they tell their story, it would inspire and empower the present and future generation. And of course, I am here to bless you with my beautiful looks. As always, I'm Miss Francois. That's MSS for multi-talented and super sexy. I make this look so easy. Today we have an amazing guest. I'm going to try not to butcher her name, so watch me do it because I have a Haitian in the house. So it's Magaly.
No.
Oh, shiznit. Magaly Colimon-Christopher. Okay, I know about that. So she's a powerhouse Haitian American actress, playwright, director, producer, and founder of
Conch Shell Productions.
Awesome. You know, they like to add all these fancy names to the title to make them sound extra special. But what I love is that she amplifies Caribbean voices and is transforming the future of storytelling. Hello, Magaly.
Magaly, yes,
Magaly.
Yes,
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being on the show. I'm actually excited because I was telling you upstairs, I was stalking you without you knowing I was stalking you. And finally, I have you on my show. So obviously, I was doing an amazing job.
Or I'm a big fool. I'm like, I'm going into the stalker's lair. What is going on here?
But this is I want to tell you, this is what I have to do to get amazing people on the show. It's not easy. People have no idea how long I've been stalking them, but that's what I do, and now she's on the show. So one thing I love to start the show with is you're Haitian American. And with all the things that you have done, and I know you said you spent like 2 years in Haiti, how has that like basically affected some of the stuff that you're doing now? Does it play a part of your background, play a part in all the things that you do? And how is that?
It's everything that I do. My mission is informed by my ancestry. My mission is informed by my desire to tell stories that are connected to people that I may have met or may not have met because they're part of my blood. So yeah.
So when you and I like to always go like from the past and then we come to the future. So when did this whole concept of wanted to like storytelling is something you used to do as a kid, like the storytelling aspect? How did that all come about?
Well, I was going to be a doctor, you know.
Oh,
I'm a Caribbean.
you're very close.
Doctor, lawyer, engineer. You know, you have to do a banker. You have to do one of the four. And of course, I realized when I was in college that I didn't really enjoy the life of a doctor.
So, but how many years did you spend your parents' money while you was in school?
Actually, I was on scholarship, so it was my, first generation. You work hard. There's no parents' money. There's what you work hard for. I was one of those first generation people, and so it was beginning of sophomore year. I didn't like organic chemistry, didn't like calculus, and then I did an internship at the University of Pittsburgh and realized sick people make me feel sad. I would go home and just cry and felt emotionally distressed. And so I said, no. And it wasn't until years later I realized, I want to be an actor.
Wait. How do you go from doctor, I'm healing people, I'm going to take care of people, I don't like being around them, so I'm going to be an actress? Like how?
Well, it was a long journey.
No, that's why.
Because then I thought,
Then
I changed my major from biology to psychology.
Okay.
Because I still liked people.
Okay, good to know.
And I thought maybe I could be a psychologist without the blood. And then I realized no, because I was a social worker for 2 years. No, psychology is not my major thing.
Yeah.
And then I became a school teacher. And I discovered, because I was teaching drama, because along the way I was acting, I was studying acting, I was taking the launch into auditioning, so I was doing shows here and there. And how did I get the bug? I was in 6th grade.
Wow, so 6th grade, like in a play or?
In a play.
Okay.
The Mikado.
Oh, you said that like I was supposed to know what that is.
It's a play that it was an operetta, and I was shy. And the teacher, Ms. Farkas, I'll never forget her. She wanted me to play the unwanted woman. And there was this lovely, young, beautiful couple. And I said, I don't want to play that, because I was shy.
Right.
But then I ended up watching the girl playing it and telling her, you're doing it wrong.
Oh, my goodness.
And the teacher said, tell her how to do it. And then I was in the chorus, and I loved it. I loved being on stage. And I said, wait a second, I love this, but I can't love this.
But is that something, you know, people say some people are like born with the talent. So how do you feel about that? Do you think that's something you like naturally had before?
I was always writing.
Okay.
I used to write poetry, short stories. I kept a journal ever since I was little. So I was always writing, but getting in front of people and performing, I didn't realize it brought me joy until I was 12 years old in 6th grade. But it was a naughty joy because I was supposed to be a doctor.
Wow. So how did your parents take that? Because, again, Caribbean parents, how did that? Hey, I decided on this long journey in life that I want to be an actor. Let me hear what your mother said, what your aunt said, your grandmother, because everybody always involved when it comes to Caribbeans.
Well, I had a unique situation. My mom was very supportive.
Really?
But only as long as I had a regular job.
Okay, that song about right.
You know? Because, you know, for me, I applied to a college and I got into it and she didn't know I was applying. I got scholarships. She didn't know I was applying for scholarships. She said, Magaly knows what she's doing.
Wow.
But of course, with the acting thing, it's like, where's the money?
Right.
Because she's concerned about me.
Of course, they care.
Yeah. And so when I finally went to Yale, I studied at Yale School of Drama. She's like, okay, you know what you're doing. You know how Caribbeans are. We like a good degree. But, you know, I have to say, even though my mom was nervous about it, she would come to every production.
That is awesome. That shows so much support, and that makes a huge difference.
And so I grew up in a single-parent household.
Okay.
And so I think I was blessed because I didn't have to battle with two people. It was just my mom and her concerns, and we are very close.
So with that, okay, so at least you had support. You're
in
not
an
a doctor.
indirect way.
Right. You wasn't a doctor. You do a bunch of different things.
I got an MBA. That also supported it.
Right. And
I did
Yale.
all the right things.
Right. Oh my God.
I got an MBA, then I went to Yale. I got the degrees. And she still doesn't understand what I do.
But she's like,
Magaly, she knows what to do.
That's awesome, though. That's amazing. You're a great mom.
Yes,
and
she is.
So how do you go from like the actress and then you're like, I want to start something, this Conch Shell Productions?
Yeah.
How, because I always say there's always steps to certain things. Is that something you saw in the future that maybe one day I would do, or just how did that come about?
I never saw myself producing other people's work. I produced my own work. I produced 3 short films, and one of them was at Pan-African Film Festival, Real Sisters Film Festival. So I was producing my writing. But then I produced the play that I wrote that explored the impact of police brutality on a Haitian immigrant family.
Wow, okay.
And the cast, of course, had to speak Haitian Creole. And 3 cast members said to me, you know, we need to have a place where we continue doing this, where we can tell our stories. And of course, God is a big part of the decision. I mean, if it's up to me, I do what's good for me.
Yeah.
But God said, do it. And I was in the place in my life where I could say yes to the message.
And what year was this? Because I want people
to have
2018.
2018.
2018.
Yeah, and the play was called The Hunting Season. And it's a piece that grew out of me observing my brother dealing with police treating him like he's not the human being I know him to be, and seeing other young men of color, adult men of color, but more so my brother, a Haitian man, you know? And my parents escaped Haiti to avoid Duvalier, to avoid police brutality, and to have us come to this country and have see my brother be concerned about that, me be concerned about him experiencing that. That was the seed that led to the development of that play.
Wow. Isn't that amazing how real life affects art?
Yes.
And that's like a prime example.
Yes.
So that was the beginning of the whole... So how you came up with the name? I'm curious.
Well, my husband. Excuse me while I wipe off my menopausal sweat. But my husband, you know, I love conch shells, and I was sitting around trying to come up with the name, and we have a bunch of conch shells around the apartment, and I thought about what it symbolizes, a call to action. And he said, why don't you just do that? That's what you love. I'm like, that makes sense.
And here I was thinking, you know, I was in some islands, I think they eat conch. So,
lambi?
Right, so in my mind, I'm like, oh, she maybe like eating.
I love me some lambi. Lambi is some
so that's
good dish.
That's what they call it?
We call lambi in Creole.
Okay, see, I was thinking so simple. I was like, oh, she like eating, so that makes sense. So would you say, so you going to Yale that definitely helped you in your pursuits of having the production company and taking it where it is now? Because I want to give people an idea of how, you see, we know how it started, and how it has grown.
Okay.
So
I would say that actually Yale came after I got my MBA.
okay.
And so I started another company prior to going to Yale, and it was an arts outreach company that I had to close because I couldn't manage it while I was in school. But I'd always known that I want to run my own business.
Okay.
The question is, what am I going to focus on? And so the arts outreach company was about educating children, letting them learn about how to tell their story in the art form.
Okay.
So I guess you could say that need to inspire people to find their voice also impacts my journey with Conch Shell Productions, because we have a lot of events where we have Q&As with audience members,
Right.
giving them a space to have a voice. And we have an artist collective where emerging writers and established writers, we come together once a month to share pages and talk about the work. And we are all of Caribbean heritage. And so that connection, regardless what your nationality, that connection, coming together, feeling that you don't have to explain what it means to think the way you think.
Right.
So I guess being a teacher infiltrates my journey as an artist, because I always feel my job as an artist is to empower, inspire.
Oh, that sounds like Caribbean Brilliance to me.
So yeah, it's all interconnected.
Like how you mentioned, like different, nationalities, Caribbean. Like, how do you even start to build from what you started? How do you build relationships? Like today, everything is about the relationships that we build. Like, if someone said, okay, I want to start a production company, how do you start building that relationship?
Well, first of all, you need to be clear about your mission, right? If you're thinking about it being for the community, there's either choosing to be a for-profit or a non-profit. We started off for-profit.
Okay.
And then I realized all the work I was doing, I was offering things for free to people, and because I was feeling like I couldn't reach people if I charged them ticket price, right? Not to achieve the goal I had, but you can stay for-profit. And if you're for-profit, you're constantly looking for investors, right? And I was constantly looking for donations.
God.
So that I can create programming that didn't require me to charge ticket prices, or at least programming that could be covered by the grant. So I've been applying for grants more so than sponsorships. Not to say that you don't look for a sponsor, and because we have had sponsors, but you have to decide, do I want to be for-profit or non-profit? If you're thinking for-profit, in all likelihood, you may qualify for some grants when you get a fiscal sponsor, which is a non-profit organization that a grant provider can funnel the money into, and then they give you the money, but they take a percentage. And so remaining for-profit means that eventually you can get an investor. But then it limits your access to government funding.
Got you.
And so if you want to impact the community, you need to access government funding as well as foundation funding. And they only donate to nonprofits, at least in New York now. Maybe other states are different, but in New York, they used to provide funding to for-profits that had fiscal sponsors. But that was cut, I think, in 2021 or 22.
Okay, I just wanted to pause. Did you all take that note down? I hope you all have your don't use pencil, use a pen, okay? Because that's like some vital information, because sometimes people don't take the time to explain these things to you, and then you see people doing amazing things, and you're totally clueless, and then you're taking all the job from your money and going broke and maxing out your credit cards because no one told you. You're welcome.
So if you are a for-profit, if your company is a for-profit, you can still get grants. You just have to make sure you get a fiscal sponsor, so that if your friend donates to you, they'll get a tax deduction.
Right.
And that's why we had an amazing fiscal sponsor, Fractured Atlas. And as an individual, you don't have to be an LLC to have a fiscal sponsor. So if you don't have an LLC and you want to start doing some producing and you don't want to get involved with the government, if you have a fiscal sponsor, you can produce a play. And that fiscal sponsor will accept donations on your behalf, and everybody who donates to you, because that's for individual donors, everybody who donates for you will see it back in their taxes. And that's a good benefit, because I know crowdfunding is really popular, but you never get the money back. And you can't really get big donors they can't imagine it being a write-off. Some people will, your mom, your dad,
Right.
but the indiscriminate individual, not necessarily. So you don't necessarily have to be an LLC.
Okay.
You can be an individual. And if you research fiscal sponsors, some nonprofits act as fiscal sponsors, like NYFA, New York Foundation for the Arts. They're a nonprofit. They act as a fiscal sponsor. New York Women in Film, if you're doing a film, I think they act as a fiscal sponsor, but definitely Fractured Atlas acts as a fiscal sponsor.
So let me ask you something. Like all the stuff you said there, some people is like, this is great. Some people is already overwhelmed and they decided, I'm going back to nursing school, okay?
That's okay.
So
you go back to nursing school, make friends with all the doctors, and keep telling them about your projects, and then they'll be like, you know, that project? I have a friend who wants to invest in it, and then you can go and do it.
Okay.
You see, all this to say, the arts, there's no path.
Okay.
Right? There's this path, there's no one path.
Okay.
And your job is to be open to endless possibilities.
Yeah.
And always reassess your mission. It took a lot for me to decide to become a nonprofit because I birthed this company, but now it's not mine anymore.
Okay.
So if I have a board and I could be voted out of my own company, right? And I accepted that because this is for the people.
Gotcha.
So I had to say to myself, is this for me or is it for others?
But this is something I would ask you. With all the stuff you said, it's a lot for some
Yeah,
people.
it is a lot.
So how are you able to keep showing up?
That's a good question.
I know, I ask great questions.
Yeah, it's really good questions. How do I keep showing
Yeah.
up? When I meet a young artist that says, I didn't know you exist, and I'm so excited to meet you. Now I have hope.
Wow.
And I'm sorry I'm about to cry, but
Yeah.
you know, when that happens and I'm tired, I go, okay, God, you're trying to wake me up, right?
Yeah.
You're telling me, I know you're tired, but it's okay because they need you. They don't need me. They need the space,
Yeah.
right? They need the place where they feel their voice matters and they don't have to tailor it to make it enough for one particular culture. There's a place where they know that people who are interested in their culture will learn and people who are like them will learn, and they don't have to stop talking with patois. They don't have to write characters who don't speak with patois. They
Yeah.
can do that. You know,
Yeah.
they can write about the mythology of their nation and it's going to be accepted and not being told it's not American, Canadian, European enough, right?
Yeah.
So I never felt like I was enough, American enough or Haitian enough. And so I want to make a space for people who are like, I am enough. And my way of telling story, as long as you understand the connecting points, is okay. It's not going to conform. Because I'm always looking for storytellers who are out the box. Don't try to conform, because you have to listen to the spirit inspiring you. There are rules. You learn the rules. Just like Picasso. He learned the rules, and then he bent it. Basquiat learned the rules. You know the rules, and then you tell your story your way.
You know what's the best part of this moment?
What?
The passion that comes out in you when you're talking. And I think when people see that, that's something you're definitely like a light for people. And people, your energy says like, I'm anti something. I'm going to help you. I'm going to hug you. I'm going to make you feel better. I'm going to show you the way. And that is huge. That alone. See, I stalked the right people. I'm
stalked
telling
the
you,
right
I'm
people.
good. No, that's awesome, because when you have that much passion, it definitely shines through and is like a magnet for other people. And you're giving so much other people hope. Like in all of the stuff that you've done and the people you have helped, like any film like typically stands out for you that definitely touched you. You're like, that is amazing. I wish I could even get it to the next level. Anything that pops up in your mind?
Oh my God, there's so many artists.
Okay,
Right?
we just pick one or
And-
two.
Okay. So this year we have a grant to do free community screenings, right? And this weekend we had our first screening at Black Spectrum Theater, and it was
Hey,
amazing.
awesome.
And we featured 3 films that
Yeah.
were in our film festival of the year. We had Madame Sarah. Madame Sarah is an amazing film because it's a documentary about the women who have been instrumental of bringing food from the country to the main cities since slavery. right? They're an integral part of the economy of Haiti. And there are so many people there. It's like, I never thought about these people being integral, but they are. Haitian people, right? I never thought about that, but that's really true. And people who know nothing about Haiti going, wow, right? And so that film showed the power of a people that are constantly being told they're not powerful. But we are integrally powerful, right?
I believe you.
Yeah. And so we had another film, and it's by a Jamaican filmmaker. We had 2 films by Jamaican filmmakers. So the whole collection was films with women as a focal point. Because often we're just the supporting character.
Yeah.
And
So true.
for today, those 3 films, I want them to be funded. I want us to be funded, right? We're constantly looking for donors, individual donors, because grants don't cover everything.
Okay.
And so to say one filmmaker should get my support, everyone that comes to us with a strong voice should get support. Not just the people who come to us. But if you look at Caribbean Tales Film Festival in Canada, if you look at Third Horizon Film Festival in Miami, all these film festivals, all these people of the diaspora, whether you're African diaspora or Caribbean diaspora, who have not been heard, deserve to get financing, because you know what? Their stories, unique, right? There's this beautiful magic. This beautiful magic.
Yeah, you have me. I'm like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say this, right? With this is a wrong legacy. Like, where do you see your production company going in? I don't like to say 5 years, like even 3 years. Where do you see it, or where would you like to see it?
So my 10-year goal is for us to own our own building and to have an endowment, right?
Wow.
So the companies that survive the rough times, they own their own real estate. And so you make money off of the real estate, and that goes into the company that keeps it alive. Like National Black Theater, they own their own real estate. That's my vision for 10 years.
Got you.
Gotta have that.
It seemed like you knew that, right?
Yes.
So one thing I definitely want to do in this moment. So in this moment, I wanted to present you with a token from Caribbean Brilliance. This amazing mug that says, in recognition of amplifying Caribbean brilliance, we thank you for your contribution. And that goes to you, my dear.
Thank you. My name is on it. I love it. Thank you.
Awesome.
Oh.
So as we slowly come to an end right now, put my cup back.
Put it back. Put it back. Put it back. Okay.
As we slowly come to an end, I want to make sure we really had a Haitian in front of us.
Okay.
So we have some questions, rapid fire Haitian fun questions.
Let's do it.
What is your favorite Haitian dish?
Oh my God. Ansa. Maïmouleux ak ansa. Yes. And let me see what else. Oh yeah, fritai. I love fritai.
I didn't tell you to have a bunch of dishes. Just one thing.
I told you I haven't eaten all day. I'm like thinking about, I like lambi. Oh, lambi adjui.
And what is that for English speaking people?
Lambi is conch.
Oh, okay.
And a beautiful sauce. And then you put it on white rice, and then you have delicious vegetable on the side. And yeah, I haven't eaten all day.
Okay, I see that.
Yes.
Okay, so far you're somewhat Haitian.
I'm somewhat.
So Haitian copa, or they say copa, or they say compa, or it has R-A-R-A. What's that?
Rara.
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 So which one makes you jump up out of your...
That's the spirit music.
Oh, really? I gotta look.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I love it.
And if you had to explain sac passe to someone who have never heard it before, how would you describe the vibe behind it?
It's a warm hug.
Like a warm hug.
It's a warm hug.
So when people say sac passe, what are they saying?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Okay, okay. Sac passe does sound better than what's up.
Yeah, it's better than
yeah.
It's like you feel like, come on, what's going on?
Awesome. So last question: what's one Haitian saying or proverb you grew up hearing that still lives in your heart today? But say it in Creole and then translate it for us. It would be even better.
Oh, Lord of mercy. I don't do proverbs.
Or something you hear your parents, you know, when you're growing up, they always tell you something and you hear it over and over.
Dis-moi avec qui tu fréquentes, je te dirai qui tu es. Tell me who you hang out with, and I'll tell you who you are. That mom used to say that all the time.
See, it's always something. Like all
Yes.
parents have something.
Yes.
So say it one more time for our viewers.
Dis-moi avec qui tu fréquentes, et je te dirai qui tu es.
Oh, okay, I see your mom came out now.
Yes, my mom is like,
So,
She was very specific about who you hang out with.
okay, so you passed the Haitian.
No,
Caribbean
really?
Haitian, yes.
Oh, yeah, man.
So with that said, what would you want to leave the viewers, especially I wanted for you to talk to girls or young women. What is something you would leave for them if they want to pursue their dream in this current climate, this season, knowing how far women have come and what you have been able to accomplish thus far?
Remember the spirit of your female ancestors. Go far back. They survived so you could be here. So do something with that opportunity. Now, if you're speaking to Haitian women, we got some ancestors, warriors, religious leaders, women who were part of the revolution. Further back, to survive the patriarchy, for you to be here, do not waste what they did.
Okay, now
Keep on doing it.
Like you come with the heart, then you
No.
come with the... I think in the beginning they're like, oh, I'm listening. Then like, I'm scared. I need to go do something now. So with that said,
Call to action.
tell people where they can find you. Tell people if they're looking to start something, show their work. How can they reach out to you?
Well, Conch Shell Productions, you can reach out to us at info@ConchShellProductions.org. Reach out to us, learn more about us, follow us on Instagram so you can see what we're doing. Our season is usually set ahead of time, but we're going to be accepting submissions for our Writers Collective in January. We usually start. So if you're following us on Instagram, you'll see the posts. And if you want to be an actor and you want to audition for our work, we're going to be having auditions coming up soon for our Blue Light series
Awesome.
and for our CSP New York's Fest, soon as in fall, August. But follow us. You can't know if you don't follow us.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being our guest. Look, wherever.
Magaly.
Magaly,
Oh,
thank you.
Magaly.
Thank you for being on the show. I hope you were inspired and empowered. Until we live again, check us back, Caribbean Brilliance.